It's 2023 and people are still buying the Nintendo Switch. While there is a growing competition for handheld/hybrid devices, what with PC gaming going handheld and Xbox and PlayStation providing an alternative means to handheld gaming through remote play and game streaming, I would still say that Nintendo's hybrid console provides an excellent experience for both new gamers and old. That's not the point of this video, so just let me go for a second. Hold on, where's that? Hey, it's me. I've had this console since the launch date in March of 2017. I played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on this same Switch console, both in handheld and docked, using just these two Joy-Cons, and also the Joy-Con grip that came with the console. And with the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom coming out next month, I have a feeling that a fair number of people are going to have a similar experience as I had. Whether they're playing Tears of the Kingdom for the first time on their new Switch, or they're just kind of going back right now and playing Breath of the Wild before the game comes out. Now, if I called you out on any of this, I'm sorry. Wait, I got something. If what I just described to you as far as the playing experience is something that you are in love with and want to go for it, that's great. If you perceive this as a pretty uncomfortable experience, whether it be like this or just playing it like this, then don't worry, I got something for you. I'm here to talk to you guys about the best accessories for your Nintendo Switch that I bought and can totally vouch for. Here I got three different types of Nintendo Switch. We're kind of limited on accessories for the Nintendo Switch Lite, but if you got this one, there is something for you, and it also applies to these two, whether it be base one or the OLED model down below here. Now, I was talking about how uncomfortable this form factor can be for some folks. This one's a little bit better. This is the form factor for a reason. It's a little bit more comfortable, but at the same time, it doesn't have any kind of grooves for the rest of your palm to rest on. May I introduce you guys to the Satisfy Zen Grip Pro. Perfect. It is a whole grip for the entire Nintendo Switch. You just take your existing Switch with the Joy-Cons attached and you just pretty much line it up and just slide down. Here, hold on. This actually is a fit for both the base Nintendo Switch and the Switch OLED model, although the OLED model is a little bit longer, so it kind of have to push it a little bit more. This is what it pretty much looks like, and you can see that your palms just sit right there, and all of a sudden it's a lot more comfortable because it essentially unifies the entire weight of the Switch and makes it one whole unit. I heard about Satisfy through beat 'em ups, and he was promoting the Zen Pro grip, as well as some different additional accessories that came with it if you choose that option. For the Switch Lite users, they do have a form factor specifically for the Switch Lite, but in addition to that, they also have this whole case, which can hold, I believe, what was it, 19 games? I think they can hold 19 games. I think this particular pack came with just this Joy-Con rail. Essentially, this is where you put your Joy-Cons, as well as these L-shaped cables, USB-C. Super nice, especially since this thing is meant to sit upright. And with this this case, it's meant to actually hold the entire unit in here. Ah, there we go. So this is definitely for those who really love just to play handheld. They also had covers for the Joy-Con sticks themselves, but I don't really use those. Still focusing on handhelds, there's another one I have here, and that's the Hori Split Pad Pro. They have two versions of this type of detachable Joy-Con. This is definitely on the thicker side. They don't really power by themselves like this, so you pretty much have to attach them onto your Switch just like any other Joy-Con. It's bulkier, but it feels a lot more comfortable for the hands. You may also notice the fact is that the D-pad and the right stick are located exactly where a traditional controller these days would be located versus the Joy-Con, where the button layout and the sticks are pretty much aligned this way. The thing with the Joy-Con is that you actually lift up your thumb and then bend with it to reach the right stick, whereas traditional controllers will typically have you just, move it the way that your thumb would probably normally move, unless you're trying to go for these buttons down here, which actually has a home button, as you can see, the capture button, but they also have an assign button for the buttons in the back, actually, as well as a turbo button, which is actually really nice if you just need to do some farming here and there, some AFK stuff. The only downside of this thing is that it doesn't provide any gyro control, no motion control. You can't read Amiibo with this. So that's pretty much the downside. And I guess also the fact is because of how it's built, you can't really dock it with these guys protruding out like that. If I had to choose between these two, it'd probably be the Satisfy mainly because of the fact that you do get to keep your gyro like aiming for like things like Splatoon, which would be beneficial to use. But you also get to read amiibos too. All right, so we talked about like the handheld and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm mainly a person who plays on the dock. The same thing, you can still use your Joy-Cons like with the Joy-Con grip just to imitate like a full-fledged controller, but if you still find that to be pretty uncomfortable, I have 2 controllers in mind. I'm just gonna get this one out of the way. The Switch Pro controller, the one that just came out like day one. I'm gonna tell you that these guys are fantastic. They include the whole like motion controls, and they also read amiibo. There's no fuss about like them connecting to your Switch whatsoever, as they should. I kind of like the form factor of it actually. There's one I like a little bit more, and I'll get to that later. The only downside that I could possibly give it is the fact that like there's not a lot of variants like this one. You may notice that I have like a Tears of the Kingdom themed-esque type of Switch Pro controller. I actually ended up replacing the standard grips here and replaced them with these Extreme Rate, kind of like a matte finish type of grip. It just feels a lot better, especially if you've used like day one Switch Pro controllers, and over time it's kind of gotten a little bleh. But yeah, I just wanted to like mix match them for the video. I would say that the D-pad and the button like feedback, it's all right. I also would recommend this one. The name for this one depends on where you get it from. Target's got this one called the Zen Pro Wireless. Not to be confused with this guy, the Zen like Grip Pro. No, this is separate. This is from actually you can see in the back here. This one's from Gully Kit. Like Target has this branded as the Zen Pro Wireless, whereas on like Gully Kit's site or on Amazon, it's typically known as the King Kong Pro 2. Honestly, they're exact same, but Target's got the purple one, so obviously I gotta go for that one. They really need to come out with different colors though. Like I really like this one. Like I really like this one. This one's pretty much shaped to be of the similar fit of a Xbox controller. The Gully Kit's controller is different from the Xbox in the sense that one, the button layout is going to be different, and two, this one actually acts natively like a Switch Pro controller, so it doesn't have to go through a whole USB dongle thing. Once you sync it up with the Switch, then it'll just register as a Switch Pro controller. Yeah, there you go. You can see the button layout's the very same as like a Nintendo Switch. It has some different gears, such as like the level of like vibration feedback that you get like in certain events in the game. Obviously the plus and minus, home, and the share button. D-pad it's okay. These guys have Hall effect joysticks. They will never drift like ever, and they also have some interesting triggers on these ones. I feel like there's a little bit of like travel distance with the triggers over here, and the left and right bumper are actually clicky. I forgot to mention that this guy also has amiibo support and can do motion controls as well. So out of these two, I would definitely just recommend just trying out the Switch Pro controller first. But if you want to try something else different that might actually be beneficial to you, like for like just the long run of things, then maybe try out like the King Kong Pro 2 / Zen Pro Wireless. I have another alternative that is wireless asterisk, 8BitDo's little USB adapter. Essentially, you take an existing controller you have, whether it be an Xbox controller or DualShock 4 or even the DualSense, I believe. You Bluetooth connect it to this dongle while it's plugged into the Switch, and then boom, for as long as you have this guy plugged into your Switch dock, this will work. So obviously that means that you can't really go handheld and still use this controller. Not like that. But yeah, no, this is if you already have an existing controller from a different console or like PC, this is perfect. As long as it can connect to this guy Bluetooth wise, then the connection is pretty strong. It's pretty good. Well guys, with that, if you guys are current owners or new owners of the Nintendo Switch and are trying out different games, let me know if any of this was helpful for you. And for those of you who have other options and suggestions I didn't include here, let me know about that as well in the comments. That's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys. I know that I got really excited for Tears of the Kingdom when they dropped the trailer, and I just really thought to myself that like this almost feels the same as me playing through Breath of the Wild for the first time. So figured that there would be people who'd be trying it out for the first time because, you know, definitely the audience like pulling towards Tears of the Kingdom right now is pretty big. If you could, please subscribe to Tanuki Media. We got other things going on in the channel as well. We got a fair number of things that are going on here. We're still maintaining our Kingdom Hearts podcast run by Phil, and I is still posting his stuff here, and of course my stuff is also here as well. And speaking of which, if you guys are curious at all, you can also check out like one of the previous videos I made, which was talking about the what was it called, the ROG Ally, as well as my kind of like a consumer review of the Logitech G Cloud, which is kind of like going full circle. I was just talking about that in the opener of this video. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So take care of yourselves, everybody.